Hey guys, what's going on? This is Ryan from Collectables. You may have known me before as Cardboard Gaming. I actually rebranded. Funny story about that. I ran into an issue where someone actually had the same name. It wasn't like cardboard as in like board, but it was like cardboard. So I just kind of threw that name to the side, and yeah, now it's Comic Collectibles. Anyways, today's video is basically going to be about what I've been doing on eBay and just selling in general. I know it's been a while since I recorded a video, and the point of this is just basically kind of give you guys an update of what's been working out for me and just kind of where I'm at. So, a couple tips. So, what I kind of realized is that selling on eBay, there's a lot of fees involved, and I'm sure you guys probably already know. And there's a lot of price adjustments you have to look out for, and just having people look at your listings is probably one of the hardest things to do when you're starting, especially making sure you want to stay competitive at the same time you're making money. One thing I noticed that worked out for me, and hopefully works out for you, is the free shipping. Providing free shipping on your listings is probably going to be the biggest help that you can do for your shop. Of course, you have to adjust your prices for basically how much you expect it to be to ship out, plus the fees. That's going to be the biggest thing. And also, I want to say the next thing I recommend putting on there is doing like best offer, just to kind of get your listings looked at, or try to bargain with whoever wants to purchase your card. Chances are, I mean, if they put an offer, they want the card, so there's a good way that you can actually try to get a good price for both yourself and the person that wants the card. So that's another thing that I found was very helpful. I'm almost at 100 transactions, which will qualify me for top rated seller, as long as I keep getting my positive feedback, which is the biggest thing. And I'm just trying to keep that up, just making sure I package everything the same. Anytime I have a single card, I make sure I take good care of it. My packaging's probably a little bit more expensive than most people, I would probably have to say, just because I want to make sure the card is okay during transit. I usually use letter mail for anything that's like under 35, 45. Just depends. 45 is a little bit of a stretch. I don't like doing that, but just because of how Canada is in the shipping, it's just it's one of the more cost effective things to do. I like I said, I don't like it. If it is above 45, I do try to raise the shipping, or sorry, I adjust my price so I can still offer free shipping, which I should do for anything that's like above $35, and that way I can just ship it with like expedited or expedited light use if you use Canada Post, and that was what worked out for me. So biggest thing is just make sure that your shipping costs are baked into your prices if you're going to use free shipping, and if you don't use free shipping, just try to use like a standard flat rate for your letters. Maybe like well, 144 is for a stamp, so I would say like maybe $2 is a good starting point for your shipping for letter mail, or you could even call it economy shipping. Both basically the same. And for US or for anyone international, I'm still learning that there's something that US changed something to where you can't really ship to the US as easy. Like you have to make sure the what's it called, customs. You have to make sure the customs are finished and paid for before it's shipped out. And I think UPS helps with that. It's just I haven't dealt with international shipping yet on eBay, so that's definitely something that you guys might be able to help me with, or we'll eventually find out together. Um, Another thing, I did start doing auctions. Now, probably not the best. You're not gonna get like the price that you want for those products sometimes, unless it's like really something someone wants. But I had a bunch of like Dragon Ball Japanese booster boxes that just aren't selling locally, so I just decided to just auction them off on eBay, taking a big price hit, but at least I'm moving my products. And that just depends on what your goal is. Of course, if you're trying to make money, I wouldn't recommend doing that. Just keep it at the price you want to sell it for, and eventually it will sell. But if you just want to get the product moving, that's something I tried out recently and it worked out pretty well. And a lot of my advice I get from a couple people, like there's GemTCG. I just want to give a shout out to you. Just thanks for helping me out, and watching your videos has been really useful and helpful for me. And also Pokepaster, he's really cool. I like his insight in life. Two good people you can watch, or at least who I've been watching, and they're fairly smaller creators, so give them a shout out. They're really awesome. And what else can I give you guys? So right, so another thing, I import from Japan a lot. That's been hit or miss based on what you're purchasing or like what you're buying, trying to import and then sell locally or on eBay. I think that I want to say the biggest tip for me is like if you're gonna import stuff, and there's something like a new product that comes out, I've noticed 2 times, and this is like, I think it's good enough for me to make an assumption, but do not buy things off a hype. That's gonna be the hardest thing you could do, and probably the riskiest thing you can do. Which is still okay to do. Is like it's okay to like buy something on a hype as long as like the price seems reasonable. Like a lot of times the Japanese booster boxes, if they're new, they really upcharge it, especially if it's a hyped set. And I noticed that 2 times I tried to do that, and I spent way more, and then the price ended up going down on the booster box and like significantly. So keep that in mind. And also and there's also not a bad thing, like the Pikachu promo packs from McDonald's in Japan, like those actually worked out good for me, and they sold pretty well, and by the time the price went up I already sold mine and made a decent profit. So yeah, it just really depends. Just try, once you start knowing like all the prices of everything when you import from Japan as well, it's a lot easier. Yeah, started in April. Now it's September, mid-September, and I want to say, I actually have my stuff up here right now. I have total sales is 2,500 roughly, and really all I've made was like 1,671, not including any cash deals I've done on like Facebook Marketplace or whatever. But yeah, it's not bad. I'd say like as a start, that's good. Probably not where I need to be. Like again, I don't know if you guys know, but I got laid off around March-ish, and I've been trying to like figure out what I can do to make money. I'm trying to buy collections and stuff. So that was like my thing, just trying to grow my business. And I wouldn't recommend quitting your job or doing anything like that. Like only like my situation's a little different. I haven't found a job yet, and I got laid off, so I'm just trying to make something work while I don't have a job. So hopefully this helps you guys. And on top of that, I do the Japanese booster boxes. I did get a pre-order of the Inferno X set, so that's going to be pretty exciting. I'm really looking forward to giving it out to you guys. I might open one up myself when it comes. I haven't decided yet, and I probably should for content. I'd rather just kind of sell my stuff and provide it to you guys. I think I have it around, I want to say I have like 195 for pre-order right now on my website. So yeah, like marketplace prices are a little bit different, so you don't have to like charge tax or whatever. It's just like a cash deal. Depending on where you're at, like if you're a business, you probably should report all your earnings. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I just want to give you guys an update. I do want to make more content. It's just like opening content's been really slow for me. And oh, one thing, the two content creators that I watch, like I said, Pokepaster and GemTZG, they do a lot of bulk sales, and that seems to be a pretty good start if you want to start your business. But that's actually what I did. I sold bulk for like $5, $100 cards just to start off on Facebook Marketplace. But of course, the prices have increased a little bit, so just kind of adjust your prices to where you're at. If you want to be competitive, make it a little lower, yada yada, same thing. So again, thank you for watching. This is my update, and hopefully we will have some more videos soon again. I know it's been a while, but we'll get there. So again, take care, peace, and have a good afternoon or morning wherever you're at. All right, take care.